Hey everyone, today we're talking about a telescope that actually does what cheap ones promise but never deliver: deep sky astrophotography without breaking the bank or filling your garage with extra gear. I've spent months comparing budget scopes that claim to be great for imaging, only to end up frustrated with fuzzy edges and endless tweaking. This one, the Sky-Watcher Quattro 300P, is different. It's built for photographers who want real results without the usual headaches. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this 12-inch Newtonian stand out? First, it's fast. With an f/4 focal ratio, it gathers light like a champ, cutting exposure times way down compared to slower scopes. That means you can actually image galaxies and nebulae in a single night instead of spending hours stacking noisy frames. I tried it on the Orion Nebula last week and got usable data in just 90 seconds per subframe, something my old f/6 scope would have needed twice as long for. The speed and light gathering ability of this scope are a game changer for anyone who wants to get serious about astrophotography without spending all night at the camera. I've also noticed that the faster focal ratio allows for more versatility in the types of targets I can image. For example, I can now tackle smaller, fainter objects like planetary nebulae or globular clusters with ease, whereas before I would have had to spend hours collecting data. This has opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me, and I'm excited to see what other hidden gems I can discover with this scope. The dual-speed Crayford-style focuser is a game-saver too. It gives you super fine control when you're trying to nail perfect focus on a tiny star field. No more jerky rack and pinion slop, just smooth, repeatable adjustments even when you're guiding. I've used it to focus on Jupiter's moons without losing the guide star, which is a big deal when you're running long exposures. The focuser is also incredibly sturdy, which is important when you're dealing with a large aperture scope like this one. I've had no issues with it holding its position or slipping out of focus, even after hours of use. Another thing I love is the oversized secondary mirror. It keeps vignetting to a minimum, so your corners stay bright and sharp across a full-frame sensor. I paired this scope with a ZWO ASI 6200mm and didn't see any darkening at the edges, no need for expensive field flatteners right away. That alone saved me a couple $100. The large secondary mirror also helps to reduce the impact of any minor collimation issues, which can be a major problem with smaller scopes. The knife-edge baffles are subtle but brilliant. They kill stray light so effectively that even when I'm imaging near a bright moon, the background stays clean. I used to have to wait for moonless nights, but now I can shoot whenever the target's high enough. This is a huge advantage for anyone who wants to maximize their imaging time, especially those of us who have limited clear nights due to weather or light pollution. The baffles are also cleverly designed to minimize any internal reflections or glare, which can be a major issue with some scopes. Everything you need to get started is included, too. You get a solid tube ring set, a finder scope bracket, and even a laser collimation tool in the box. Most scopes make you buy those separately, so it's nice not to have to hunt for parts. The laser collimation tool is particularly useful, as it makes the collimation process much easier and more accurate. I was a bit skeptical about collimation at first, but with this tool, it's a breeze. The tube ring set is also very sturdy and well-made, which is important when you're dealing with a large and heavy scope like this one. One thing to keep in mind, this is a big scope. It's 12 inches of aperture, so it's heavy, about 45 pounds. Make sure your mount can handle it. I upgraded to an EQ6R Pro just to be safe. Also, collimation takes a little practice, but once you get the hang of it, it stays aligned for weeks. I've found that it's best to collimate the scope during the day, when the temperature is more stable, and then check it again at night to make sure everything is still aligned. In terms of maintenance, the Sky-Watcher Quattro 300P is relatively low maintenance. The optics are well protected, and the scope is designed to be easy to clean and maintain. I've had no issues with dust or debris getting into the scope, and the occasional cleaning is a simple process. The scope also comes with a durable carrying case, which makes it easy to transport and store. Overall, The Sky-Watcher Quattro 300P is the real deal for astrophotographers who want fast, sharp, and reliable performance without the premium price tag. The pros definitely outweigh the cons for anyone serious about imaging deep sky objects. If you've been stuck with budget scopes that promise more than they deliver, this one's worth a look. The link is waiting for you below. Take your time and check it out. Happy imaging!